Hey everybody, good afternoon. I hope everyone is doing fabulously. I had to come outside. We've had this crazy rain since I got back from vacation, and so it's nice to be outside, enjoy some sunshine. I hope everybody is enjoying their day too. So we are going to have another less than 10 talks. So I try to bring you content in less than 10 minutes because I know all of us are super busy. So today I want to talk about the 3 myths that are sabotaging my clients. And I'm seeing these. And you know what? I think that is kind of across the board with whatever kind of coaching people might even enter into. For years, it was when I was in the fitness industry. So it's the same myths that I saw there that I'm seeing now in life coaching and career coaching, all of those things. It's the same 3 myths. And so I want to talk about that today. So with my coaching, we come up with an achievement process that's uniquely designed for my clients. And so with this achievement process, we're just making sure that they are, on track. They go through a 6-week program and then we go into their more defined program. But during this time, they're keeping up with content. They're working on different exercises that I'm putting them through. We're always leaving every single conversation with an action, and I guide my clients to their goals and their dreams. But here's the thing. Here's the thing that I'm hearing. 3 myths that are sabotaging my clients. 3 myths. The first one is, I don't have time. How many of you said, I don't have time? I know I've said that before. It's just pretty commonplace. Those words come out of our mouth so many times. But here's the thing. Of course you have time. It's a matter of you making a priority. Everybody has said that. You've heard it. You've seen the memes. If it's a priority, you're going to make the time, right? But I hear this across the board, all the years that I've been in people development. I don't have the time. But it really is about prioritization. Here's the thing. Do you really want to reach those goals, those dreams? If you really, truly want to, then you have to set that time aside. You have to set and prioritize yourself. So how can you find a workaround with this? How can you find a workaround with maybe you do have a slam schedule? I had a client one time that was working 2 full-time jobs. She was a single mom. She was really, really crunched for time. So she had to figure out a workaround. So what was her workaround? Her workaround is that she would have her commute time, but she did a commuter van. So during that time, she would work on our exercises, our content. That's the time that she fit in because that's what worked in her schedule. She found a workaround. She made the myth of I don't have time obsolete. She found a way around the obstacle. So if you need a really good book that helps you kind of change that mindset of working around obstacles, it's one of my favorites. You guys have probably heard me say it a million times, but it's called The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. Fabulous, fabulous book for working around those obstacles that are in our way and giving us a shift in our mindset to know that we can absolutely find the time and make ourselves a priority. Number two, and this really feeds in, I don't have the time. I hear this one a lot. I'm not worth it. Here's the irony of when I hear this from my clients. They're already in a coaching relationship with me. So what's taking place when they're thinking I'm not worth it? Well, a lot of times it's hard work. Coaching is not easy. Working through different steps, unveiling some of those values and beliefs that might be holding us back. This is kind of an uncomfortable process. So more likely than not, what happens when I see clients say, I'm not worth it, they're in the midst of their struggle. They're in the midst of something that's truly going to be pivotal in their growth, but it hurts or it's uncomfortable. And so they just say, I'm not worth it. And they put their hands up and they give up. But it's not about that. It's not about giving up. It's not about some nebulous motivation or willpower that you have when it comes to saying, I'm not worth it and just gutting it out. Listen, you have to understand, you're absolutely worth it. Most of the times my clients are in the midst of working with me. But what you need to do is you need to have a defined plan, a defined path. You can't just go willy-nilly, because here's the thing. Inevitably, in any journey, it's going to be difficult. You're going to hit obstacles. You're going to hit those things that cause discomfort. So rather than come on back out of your shell, go into your shell and hide away and say, I'm not worth it, and throw your hands up in the air, by having a defined path with defined goals, you are better able to say when you get to those tough points, okay, I'm worth it. I have a workaround I'm going to keep doing. I can find a new route if I need to, but I'm willing to be uncomfortable because I am worth it. So the third myth that is absolutely sabotaging my clients is it's just a dream. It's just a dream. I hear this so many times. So many times clients come to me and they have this goal, this idea that they want to have, but they get into the middle of it. And what happens? It becomes uncomfortable and they just say, nope, this is just a pipe dream. I'm never going to reach this. That's not true. That's not true. With my clients, we are always unveiling our values and our beliefs and how those are feeding into our mindset of our here and now. If you saw something I posted earlier this morning, it was about your growth and fixed mindset. This is definitely that dreaming, I'm just dreaming kind of idea is stuck in that fixed mindset. You have a choice. You might have a huge pipe dream, but if you work the steps and you create a plan, you will find that this dream is actually achievable. And what's so cool about it, as I was working with my client, she and I were going over some feedback yesterday, and she started really working, putting some things together, with the Wheel of Life, which a lot of you have seen, Tony Robbins. So we were working through the Wheel of Life, and she was extremely discouraged because a lot of her numbers within the sectors were pretty low. And she's like, oh my gosh, I'm just kind of mediocre with all the sectors in my life. I don't want this. And I could tell she was really, really discouraged. But what we did is we started kind of mapping things out, putting things together. And what happened was she could change one thing, create one goal that would absolutely affect over 6 of the sectors in the Wheel of Life. And guess what? She wrote me back and I said, are you excited about this? And she's like, yes, this is so exciting. I finally feel hopeful and I feel like this is going to happen. And it's not a stupid dream. It's all about perspective. It's all about a plan, setting steps in place, one little step at a time. These are the 3 myths that are absolutely sabotaging my clients, and I bet they have sabotaged you at one point in time or not. So are you telling yourself you don't have enough time? How can you work around it? I know a lot of people that have worked around crazy schedules because they know, number 2, they're absolutely worth it. That is one of the most, painful myths that you can listen to. I'm not worth it. You absolutely are. It's just about putting a plan in place with steps and finding those people that can rally and cheerlead alongside you. And the third myth that's absolutely getting in the way of my clients and sabotaging my clients' success is I'm just dreaming. It's just a pipe dream. Not the case. It's all about changing your perspective from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, understanding that this dream might not happen overnight, but the steps to get there are going to be exciting. They're going to rejuvenate you. They're going to be thrilling, and you're ultimately going to reach that dream. So think about it. Are these 3 myths sabotaging your success? I know they sabotage my clients too, but you can overcome them. Change your perspective, set a plan, set those steps, and you absolutely will overcome. So thanks so much for joining today with our Less Than 10 talk. I'm Piper Harris with A Sneakered Life. Hope to talk to you all soon.